So I consider myself a big fan of the city of Philadelphia. So, what does it mean to like a city or love a city? It may mean you like the food there, you like doing fun stuff there, uh, events or experiences that's offered at that city. But all in all, a city are the people that live and work there, right? Um, so I've done videos about on the history of Philadelphia and the um, industry of Philadelphia. So really, what um, creates a city are the jobs in the city, and people uh, ended up in cities because proximity to work. So I've done a video on um, what industries had led up to the biggest population growth historically in Philadelphia, and all in all, those people are those who make up the city of Philadelphia, the people who ended up living and or working here. So, but I feel like I need to correct a couple of things because I think I had gotten some things wrong upon new information I've come across. So I did say in an earlier video that uh, Philadelphia's biggest population boom happened between like 1850 to about 1920, and then peaked in 1950 and started declining since then, and then uh, slightly recovered since the 90s a little bit. So to give you an example, at 1950, Philadelphia's population was over 2 million, and today it is at about 1.6 million people. And again, the biggest boost in the population of Philadelphia happened between 1850 up to 1920, and this was due to Philadelphia's vast and diverse manufacturing base. So the most people, a big portion, maybe half, a little over half of the people who were working in Philadelphia were working in manufacturing jobs. And Philadelphia wasn't known for mass production of cheap goods, but rather Philadelphia produced specialized, high quality goods for niche markets, and they made things like locomotives, specialty steel. They made Stetson hats, all sorts of different textiles and linens, cloths. They made what is it? The train cars. Um, they made all sorts of different things. So basically, if you think of everything that's possible, Philadelphia made most of them at that time. So it had a vast and varied specialized manufacturing system. So this required skilled workers. So the thing that I learned recently um, was that the majority of the immigration that was happening into Philadelphia at the time were, or I don't know about majority, but a good portion of the immigrants who were coming over were skilled workers from Britain and Germany. So that part had me confused because I always figured that most people of European descent in Philadelphia and the surrounding area were either Irish or Italian. But when you come to think of it, Philadelphia is known for Philadelphia soft pretzels, which is a German origin, and also Scrapple, which originates from the Pennsylvania Dutch or Amish who come from Germany. The Pennsylvania Dutch is a little misleading, but they came here over from Germany, and so even Scrapple, which is a breakfast meat Philadelphia is known for, has German roots. So this part confused me. So I learned about this detail from a video I watched from a University of Pennsylvania professor, Walter Licht. So I emailed him about it, and he actually responded to me and saying, "Hey, that's a good question. You can learn about it in my book." So I actually ordered it, waiting for it to come to the bookstore to pick up. Um, but yes, so with that said, though, um, a large portion, even though a lot of the skilled workers that work in manufacturing jobs came from Germany and Britain, Philadelphia does have a sizable Irish American and Italian American population. Upon doing a little Google research about it, it looks like they may have worked more of the lower skill manufacturing jobs, so they may still have participated in the diversified manufacturing economy, but not the highly skilled jobs, or but like a um, more of the like manual labor type stuff involved in that process, and they also worked on building the railroads and canals in the area. So like if they were coming here, that means there were jobs here, but like I guess the highly skilled part of the manufacturing process was done by immigrants from Britain and Germany, and apparently Philadelphia has a disproportionately larger immigration from those countries compared to other cities that had the large growth in the 1800s into mid 1900s. And then the other thing I had gotten wrong is that the decline in Philadelphia manufacturing didn't follow what happened with other cities that also experienced decline because of the dying of manufacturing. So in most places, the cause of the decline in manufacturing was due to large corporations buying out competition, or them moving to like areas with cheaper labor, like either the South or overseas, which caused the decline in the historically industrial cities in the North. Um, and but So I guess that there's probably some of that in Philadelphia, but apparently most of the decline just happened through changes in consumer preference. So, like I said, Philadelphia wasn't involved in mass production of cheap goods. So that's the way consumerism went. More people wanted to buy like the cheaper um, disposable or like non-durable, cheaper but mass-produced goods, which Philadelphia didn't do, and so Philadelphia didn't change its, I guess, economic or business model there. But also due to the diversity of what Philadelphia produced, it may have caused a slow decline as opposed to like a quick abrupt decline. And so that made it hard to predict what would happen, and also to like change course. So the decline of Philadelphia has been a long process. They made some positive changes, I guess, in the 90s. So I guess most U.S. cities experienced decline in the 60s, 70s, into the 80s, and even early 90s. And Philadelphia has shifted its economy to where today Philadelphia's biggest industries are um, in um, in medicine and higher education. The largest sector is the sector of um, hospital or medical and social services. Social services itself is the single most represented industry, but Philadelphia does have a large number of universities and associated hospitals. So the order goes social services, uh, medicine, and then education are the largest represented industries right now in Philadelphia. But yet, as I mentioned, with the slow decline, we haven't like we haven't recovered to the point where we have like a thriving economy all around. I mean, overall, I guess you can't say Philadelphia is currently a city in decline, but it is still the poorest large city. So meaning out of like the 10, 12 largest cities in the U.S., Philadelphia has the lowest median income and also the highest percentage of people in poverty. And part of this is due to um, uh, racial inequality, historic racial discrimination. As I said, the largest growth happened during when manufacturing was in its heyday between 1850 to 1920, and the Civil Rights Act didn't pass until 1960. So that even at the heyday of manufacturing, black workers were it was legal to not hire them for the good-paying jobs. And by the time the Civil Rights Act was passed, manufacturing was already in decline, and during the 1950 to about uh, the 80s or early 90s, Philadelphia was still kind of overall in economic decline. Um, so, uh, so it's made some progress economically, like the city as a whole, since the 90s, to where we have like a thriving medical sector, uh, higher education in University of Pennsylvania, Drexel University, Temple University. We have in medicine we have the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Those aforementioned universities have renowned hospitals also. There's the Jefferson Medicine, so we have that, but we do have still relatively high poverty rate compared to other large cities. And we do have areas within the city with high crime and high poverty. Uh, so there's things need to be fixed, but there's um, that's kind of how we ended up here. We were progressing and moving forward, but even um, even through the hardship. So I think that level of grit and the the desire to keep going on is, I think, also um, a unique Philadelphia trait that came of this history. So I think that's also part of what makes Philadelphia great is through hardship, it allowed people to still press on and figure out a way to move forward, survive, and thrive. So I think that's a part of what makes Philadelphia great.